Hey cuties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over how we wrap the garland around these two basic Dollar Tree frames. I wanted to show it to you guys in the original circle as well as the candy cane shape because the next 4 or 5 following videos will be ways to kind of jazz this up and take it to the next level. But for now, we'll just wrap them in garland. Each wreath frame takes about 4 packages of garland to get going. Let's start with the circle wreath first. Again, all my products come from the Dollar Tree, not because they sponsor me, but because I love everything being $1. Who doesn't? So you're going to take that end of the garland and pick any part of the wire bars. Anywhere on the wreath is fine to start twisting it around. There is wire on the inside of the garland, and just like the pipe cleaners and everything else we've been using in the wreath videos, it just gives you somewhere to kind of anchor yourself so you can start wrapping. And from there, all you do is keep wrapping around the frame. Make sure you struggle with the garland as much as possible, and make sure you take the time to tie it in as many ridiculous knots that you have to undo later, because part of the stress equals Christmas spirit in the end, guys. I don't know. I don't know. And just keep wrapping and struggling with the long strand of garland until you've made it about 1/4 of the way around. That's about how long one strand of the garland gets you. Okay, and I've slowed things back down to show you kind of how you end the strand of garland also. Keep wrapping until you've got almost none left, and then just like you started the strand, pick one of the bars and twist it around a couple times. Yeah, that looks like about 1/4. Pretty good guesstimating. And just like that, we have a simple garland wreath. On to the candy cane shape. I was struggling with some of the recording here. People interrupt me a lot. It doesn't matter where you start again with the garland, as long as you are taking the end of it and wrapping it tightly a couple times around one of those bars. And then just like before, go crazy with the wrapping. I was getting things a little too tight and I didn't mean to, and I was starting to bend the whole frame. It'll stay pretty tight on its own, so you don't need to bind it like it's going into a corset. And we end the strand of garland on the candy cane the same way you would on the circle. Just twist it around. I did take the time to try and end them on the top bar, since the candy cane shape kind of gives you that arch and there is more space to cover on the top versus on the inside. So I tried to give myself that little extra couple loops around of the garland to cover the outside arch. Does that make sense? Go ahead and leave me a comment if that didn't make sense. Guys, I'm loving this. Using my new mic to record today. Starting to get used to my own voice on recordings too. And I don't know if I've mentioned this enough yet, but each one of these wreaths is only $5 to make. And the videos I will be posting to follow this, showing you how to take it up to the next level, will only make it a $6 or $7 wreath altogether. Love me a deal. Just keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping and wrapping. So the main difference between this candy cane shaped wreath and the circle wreath, as far as wrapping it with garland, is when you get to the tip here, I took a little extra time to make sure that none of the base of the wreath was going to show through. So I scrunched it up as much as I could there and took a little extra garland and kind of weaved back and forth through the very base of the bars there, just to make sure that it would be nice and fluffy and none of the bars would be showing through. Everyone use your own creativity and your own creative master brains to figure out how that best works for you. And just like that, we have a simple candy cane shaped garland wreath. Each one of these wreaths only takes $5 to make, by the way, and it is a base design. These are perfect on their own. If you'd like some ideas of how to step it up to the next level, take it to a $6, $7, $8 wreath, go ahead and pay attention to the videos following this. Other than that, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. See you next time.